Okay guys, we are home because, you know, we're getting close to Christmas. We're filming our 12 days of Vlogmas. We was gonna do 25, but it just didn't suit. So we decided to do the villages again. Not a lot going on in the villages.
She drove her golf cart into Winn-Dixie. I literally can't make this up.
Besides that went on in the villages. What do you do when you're afraid to shop for your produce because you're afraid you're going to be ran over? You go out to eat. That's what you do. Avoid the grocery store. There's heavy traffic at the grocery store. There is very heavy traffic at the grocery store. So we decided, because I've lived here all my life, and she's lived here for a while, we decided to help you guys out with the 5 best restaurants, in our personal opinion, have 5 different places, but we're not going to name them like, you know, 5's the least and 1's the best. We're just numbering them so we can, you know, keep them in order, because they're all very different restaurants from each other. So for different moods and different places that you want to go, let's go. So let's get started. Okay, we're going to start with my personal opinion is the best breakfast place that you can have in the villages. And that is Ray Ray's. It's right there in Fruitland Park. Absolutely amazing, amazing breakfast. You want to talk about homemade? Ray Ray's is homemade.
Yeah, they got some really good homemade biscuits. They got blueberry ones and all different flavors. The biscuits, you can even make one homemade.
One time when we went there, they had an orange, I believe it was an orange cranberry biscuit.
Yeah.
And it was absolutely delicious. One of my favorite things, it's really hard to find, is very, very good corned beef.
The best is their corned beef and homemade.
If Ray Ray's was in any other place, it would be one of those restaurants that you would see on like Twitter or, you know, on Facebook, that there's a mile-long line outside the door to get biscuits. But because it's here, it's not. And that's our blessing. You know what I mean? We're lucky enough to have that. You know?
Never been disappointed.
Okay, this next one, before I say like anything, I want you guys to know, I'm not a fan of Mexican restaurants. I'm not a fan of Mexican restaurants. I'm a big fan of Mexican food, but I'm not a fan of Mexican that commercialized, you know, the refried beans like over, you know, not a fan of that.
I love both.
I'm not a fan of that. Until I had Reeses Del Mar right here in Lady Lake. That is some of the best food. And you know why it's the best food? Because it is not that commercialized BS Mexican food that you get from all these other restaurants. They have such a rich menu. They got mole sauce, they got chili verde, they got chili Colorado. And you know what's really, really cool? What's really, really cool? You know what's really, really cool? They have a live mariachi band that comes in, and it turns into a party with all their beautiful decorations. It is one of the coolest things the coolest experience you're gonna have at one of these restaurants around here.
Yeah, the one time we was eating dinner in there and we had our son with us and the band came over and they started singing to him and they were singing the song from Small World.
Yeah. And
they did really good and the baby loved it. It was great.
It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small world after all. It's a small world. Begin with.
We also ate the Mexican restaurant on my birthday.
yeah.
And they have really good fried ice cream.
Yeah, oh, the fried ice cream. And I'm not much of a drinker, but their margaritas are on point. All right, what's next?
What's next is Takis.
Takis.
Takis is a really cool restaurant, and it's Greek and Italian.
Yes, very, very good restaurant. I will give it to the Takis family. They are what we would consider an award-winning family here in Lake County. You can see it hanging up on the walls there. But when it comes to Greek food in this area, when it comes to that whole thing, the Takis family runs it. Steve and his family, they're usually in there every time we go in there. Always a warm welcome. They're always trying to do something better to make their guests more happy. They've actually, you can find it, the times and stuff, I believe in the video. The next one's coming up sometime in December. They have an actual live belly dancer that comes in and dances while you eat.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah, and food-wise, one of my favorite dishes is lasagna. There was not a place in New York or New Jersey that compared to Takis lasagna. It is the best I've ever ate. I will probably get done with this right now and go eat Takis lasagna.
My favorite is their lemon soup.
That is good.
It's really, really good. It goes great with the cheese pitas.
Yes. And anywhere that you can, get a flaming piece of cheese and then scream Oprah, it's Oprah, oh, it's Oprah. And for dessert, if you have never had a Greek coffee and a piece of baklava, you need to have that in your life.
You're missing out.
And if you're not totally sure about the baklava, right, you can transition because they have baklava cheesecake. And you know what we call that?
What?
The best of both worlds. Now, we need to talk about the new guys on the block. Now, they've been here for a couple of years, right? But they have been making power moves in the villages. Completely authentic. Now, I'm going to say this, and if you're not from the villages, you're going to be like, whatever. Completely authentic Vietnamese food. This place is called Faux Saigon, and it's in Oxford, right? It is probably one of the most authentic Vietnamese places that you can eat. We talked to the guy. When he makes his pho, it's oxtails and beef bones. It's boiled for 20 hours.
Because we cook the broth, we extract from the beef bone for 20 hours.
20 hours. Why do you go to this place? Because this guy has prepared a meal for you, and it took him 20 hours for you.
Oh, we love it.
We love it. It's the best.
It is.
Best
And
in
our,
the area.
yeah, we come here regularly.
So I can't really explain the dishes for you. I'm going to show the menu here. It's one of those things that you just got to go there and you got to try it. It's absolutely delicious. They've been here for a while, and this is one of those restaurants that we definitely want to make sure stays in business for a long time here in the villages because they are an excellent, excellent addition here. So check it out. We did save the #1 position for the one restaurant here that deserves the most respect. They are the OG of this area. When I tell you that my grandparents ate there after they got married, my mother and father ate there after they got married, and when I brought my wife down here, one of the first restaurants we ate at was
Mom and Dad's.
Mom and Dad's Italian restaurant. They are a staple in this area. Now, unfortunately, due to the hours and stuff, and when we shot this video, we wasn't able to get any video of Mom and Dad's inside or anything like that, or talk to anybody. But it's kind of like talking to the Godfather. One of the, I can't, here's the thing, I love a good piece of meat, right? And to me, and it might be a hometown taste, I don't know, it might just be, it tastes like home to me, but there is nothing better to me than to walk into Mom and Dad's, get a nice Delmonico steak with a side of pasta with red sauce, a little Sunday gravy, you know what I'm saying?
It's definitely one of my favorites. I love their garlic and oil spaghetti with a steak. And their bread, there's nothing that'll beat it.
The bread they give you when you walk in, I want to rub all over my body. I do. I want to rub it all over my body. And it's just absolutely a great restaurant. The food is just absolutely amazing. But when a business has been here for 40, 50 plus years, probably longer than that, probably the people at mom and dad just in there screaming, no, it's been here this many years.
Yeah.
We're not that young, you know, but absolutely just an amazing place. It's absolutely delicious and it's a staple here. And I feel like if you're new to the area, I feel like it's almost like you have to pay your homage to mom and dads because it's just a great place. It really is. Hey guys, so that's in our opinion the 5 best restaurants in the Villages. And to be fair, I feel like if you go eat at these places, you're gonna agree with us.
Definitely.
I feel like there's, you know, I know there's a little bit of transition. Somebody might not like Greek food, somebody might not like Vietnamese food, but for the most part, I feel like you guys are really gonna enjoy these places, you know? And we're not somebody who was just staying like we've ate at a lot of places in a lot of different places. You know, I've had Mexican food in Mexico. I've had New York pizza in New York. I've had barbecue. Well, pretty much everywhere that sells barbecue. But they're great places, and these are places that we need to support. Now, if you notice on our list that we wasn't talking about, of course, the Villages has Five Guys and has the Kikis and has all these chains, and they're great. But these are businesses that when you walk in, the owner's going to be standing there to make sure you have a good meal. You know, they're going to be there to hold to and stand behind their business. And that's what's great about these companies, you know, or that's what's great about these restaurants. So I appreciate you guys watching. Like and subscribe for more content because we are just getting started. We got tons of new stuff for you guys, so check it out. And just for fun, we are going to close with this.
Shooter for golf cart in Twin Dixie. I literally